Continuing professional development, or CPD, is a continuous process that develops throughout your entire career. It is the way you track and document the skills, knowledge and experience you have gained through various types of learning, both formal and informal. Today, you'll find out all about Kuru, why CPD is important, and more about how we assess learning and development. You'll also get a full understanding of our CPD credit system. As Ireland's multi-profession health and social care regulator, our team here at Kuru protect the general public by promoting high standards of professional conduct, education, training and competence. And we do this by maintaining an up-to-date register or listing of health and social care professionals who meet our standards, in line with the Health and Social Care Professionals Act 2005. Kuru is made up of the Health and Social Care Professionals Council and the registration boards, one for each profession named in our Act. Our aim is to regulate health and social care professions Ireland, and we work toward this goal in 5 different ways. Set working and performance standards for our health and social care professionals to meet. Help colleges and universities to develop qualifications that prepare people to deliver the safe and appropriate care needed to the standards required. Keep an up-to-date register of all health and social care professionals who meet the standards already set. Promote CPD to all our registered professionals to help them to keep their skills current and relevant. Hold fitness to practice hearings when required into the conduct and competence of our registered professionals. As a student on a Kuru approved programme, once you have received your qualification, you can apply to register with Kuru. Registration of health and social care professionals is important as it enhances professional regulation. Registration provides greater protection for the public. Members of the public can have confidence in knowing that a professional's standing and qualifications have been independently verified. If you are registered with Kuru, you can legally use the title of your profession. Professionals benefit from protection of their professional title and are supported through a code of professional conduct and ethics. Kuru regulates a wide range of health and social care professions, which you'll see listed here now. As Ireland's independent health and social care regulator, 2 of the ways that we support protecting the public is by providing a code of professional conduct and ethics for all our registrants, and promoting CPD to help our professionals keep their knowledge and skills up to date. To help our members provide safe and appropriate health and social care to the public, we require colleges and universities to deliver qualifications that will enable their graduates do their job in a safe way. Each registration board develops standards of proficiency for education and training programs which set out the standards that a person must meet before applying for registering with Kuru. The board also set the criteria for education and training programs, which details how a program or course is managed so that all graduates meet these standards of proficiency. And when it comes to these standards and CPD, it is important to describe what you, as the health and social care professional, is able to do before you can join the register with Kuru. Be able to engage in and take responsibility for professional development. Understand the need to demonstrate evidence of ongoing, continuing professional development and education. Be aware of professional regulation requirements and understand the benefits of continuing professional development to professional practice. Be able to evaluate and reflect critically on your own professional practice to identify learning and development needs. Be able to select appropriate learning activities to achieve professional development goals, and be able to integrate new knowledge and skills into professional practice. Understand the importance of and be able to seek professional development, supervision, feedback, and peer review opportunities in order to continuously improve practice. Every registration board has created a code of ethics specific to each profession, and it is intended for only one profession. Having been developed in consultation with all stakeholders, each code sets out the standards of conduct and performance that registrants must adhere to in the course of their everyday work, while also outlining the standards of ethical behaviour and conduct that the public expects from registrants. As a professional registered with Curu, you must abide by this code, and your responsibilities in the context of this code can be grouped into 3 categories: conduct, performance, and ethics. Each registration board's code expects that your knowledge, skills, and performance are of a high quality, while being up to date and relevant to your practice, and you need to participate in continuing professional development on an ongoing basis. In addition, the code requires you to consider the support and guidance provided by your registration board regarding CPD, and finally, you are also obliged to keep a record of all CPD activities completed. For CPD, we always focus on outputs at Curu. This means we believe that CPD should be about you capturing useful experiences and assessing the practical benefits of what you have learned. How many courses you have completed or how many hours you have clocked up on a given course is not as important as how much you have learned while doing them. Remember that here at Curu, our CPD system is very flexible and it recognises lots of different types of learning. And if you can't see an activity you have completed on this list, do not worry. The list here is by no means exhaustive or complete. It is more about suggesting some examples. If you don't see your particular activity listed, that does not mean you cannot count it as CPD. No 2 jobs are the same, and our approach takes into account the different needs of people in all health and social care professions at different stages in their career. The main thing to remember is that you can choose what learning activities are right for you, and if it results in new or enhanced learning, then it qualifies as CPD learning in our eyes. How do you know what CPD activities are right for you? One way is to apply the learning cycle concept, which can show you how you can use your own CPD activities to meet learning needs. In fact, CPD is a 4-stage learning cycle which takes you from review and planning right through to implementation and evaluation. Let's consider these 4 stages in more detail. Review. At this stage, simply ask yourself, where am I now and where do I want to get to? To help you answer these questions, it can be helpful to chat with colleagues, managers, or other professionals who might be able to help. What do you need now to get you where you want to go? Plan. Now that you know where you want to go, try and put in place a series of milestones or checkpoints, ensuring you have a basic guide to follow. Having said that, all learning will not be planned. When developing your plan, think about outcomes. Implement. Now is the time to put your learning needs first and implement your plan. Remember, it is only a guide to help you structure your learning. Plans can change, and it is important to review regularly to check if the learning needs you listed are still relevant. Evaluate. At Curu, we always focus on outputs, and this phase is all about how you integrate new learning into your everyday work, including reflection on each learning activity, the learning you achieved, and how you put this learning into action. Let's take a closer look at the 2 different types of learning that can be recorded as CPD. Planned learning is any activity you undertake where you expect to develop knowledge or skills before you begin. For example, that could include going to a conference, taking a course, or a formal meeting to discuss something with colleagues. Unplanned learning happens when you learn something or gain a greater understanding of an issue without any prior thought or planning. This might include watching a relevant TV show, doing internet research, or even chatting with a colleague over coffee. When you think about it, you have almost certainly benefited from both planned and unplanned learning many times through your day-to-day activities. Keep in mind that when we talk about a learning activity, we mean any activity that contributes to the development of your knowledge, skills, and competencies as a health and social care worker. And each and every one of these can be considered CPD. Just remember that the learning must be relevant to the needs of your service users or your employer, or both, and can be applied or will contribute to your practice. Ask yourself, can you apply what you have learned to change or improve how you work on a daily basis? Have you learned something new that confirms you're already taking the best approach in a given task or situation? And finally, how has any learning, planned or unplanned, helped you provide a better service to clients and patients? It is a good idea to reflect on these points so that you can show how learning has helped you in your work and career over that all-important 12-month period. It is recommended that each professional demonstrate a minimum of 30 CPD credits over the course of a given 12-month period. You get to decide how many credits to apply to a given learning scenario, but generally speaking, 1 hour of CPD learning activity is equal to 1 CPD credit where the learning is new or enhanced. Let's consider a few examples. For an hour spent reviewing a relevant journal article, the credit allocation would be 1 CPD credit. Being an active member of a committee of one's professional body, meeting 4 times a year, gets 8 credits. 7 hours spent on a training course, allowing time for breaks, gets an allocation of 1 to 6 CPD credits. Discussing a work problem with a colleague for 30 minutes, reflecting on learning and application to professional practice, gets 0.5 to 2 credits. For a moment, consider the difference in 2 colleagues attending the same health and safety training. A more senior colleague may have undertaken the training before and may not learn anything new. On the other hand, a junior colleague may complete the same course and learn lots of new skills. Keep in mind that just completing the same activity over and over again will not get you any more additional CPD credits, as the content will not be new to you. When it comes to your own professional development, reflective practice can offer you so much. It enhances critical thinking, deepens self-awareness, and improves communication skills. It also allows you to consciously and intentionally translate your insights into practice and transfer your learning into the workplace. But remember, reflective practice will take practice. We know your working life is busy, but without realizing it, you probably learn a multitude of things all day, every day. Taking a little time to reflect can help you make sense of these experiences and transform them into insights and practical strategies for your own professional development. In your Registration Board CPD support document, you'll find examples of various reflective practice models to consider. If you choose to join a professional body, it may offer you CPD resources and ways of recording any CPD activity. Keep in mind that Curu does not have any role in the development, delivery or accreditation of these CPD activities. As a health and social care professional, you will be responsible for identifying the right CPD options to meet your own learning needs, and how you choose to select and record your CPD will be completely up to you. There are many resources available from Curu to help you get the most out of your CPD journey. Your registration board will provide both a CPD guidance document and a CPD support document. The guidance document gives an idea of the behaviours that will help you to comply with your code of professional conduct and ethics, while the support document gives you tools that can help you build and demonstrate those behaviours and ultimately meet your CPD requirements under the same code. You'll find both of these on the Curu.ie website, separated by profession. And to help you when it comes to selecting learning activities that count as continuing professional development, our What is CPD video is on our website and YouTube channel. When it comes to preparing for an audit, our video on completing the CPD audit record template is also on our website and YouTube channel. If you need to know how to best record and demonstrate your ongoing engagement with CPD in case of being called for an audit, you'll also find profession-specific CPD audit record examples that have been produced by some registration boards on our website curu.ie. And one last thing. As a health and social care professional, it is your responsibility to keep a full record of your own CPD. When it comes to all things CPD, if you have any queries, we'd be happy to help. Our comprehensive FAQ section on curu.ie will probably answer any questions you might have. If you can't quite find what you're looking for there, feel free to send us an email to cpd@curu.ie.